What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Gamer Boys. I'm your host and captain and dad, Garrett Morlang. And here in the virtual studio is the one, the only, JJ Purdom.
It's great to be back from the great state of Nebraska. What's up, guys?
Yes, so good. It's good to see you, dude. It's been a little bit. And joining us for the first time ever as co-host of the Super Gamer Boys, one of us, no longer Patreon producer, but Adrian, the homeboy Holmes. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm hyped. Let's do this. I've been waiting for this for a long time, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm
glad to be here, like always, man. I'm excited.
Dude, we're happy to have you. We're glad to have you. After the unfortunate accident with Zetch, and rest in peace, Zetch. It was we're so happy that you decided to come on and fill big shoes. But
yes,
actually, they're very tiny shoes. Let's be completely honest. Zetch was literally 5 foot 1 inches tall, and he had a size 4 foot. It looked like a hoof. It literally looked like a hoof. Zetch,
but he had a giant's personality. He had a giant's personality.
Huge heart. But if you can, send us a photo of that little hoof foot, because I would love to share that on the stream.
JJ, you can't see the chat right now.
But, oh no.
Boba Flash says JJ looks like a convict. Oh no, with your orange jumpsuit going on there.
Well, that's the thing. They don't like people from California here, and I've already been raped a couple times. So
No. Oh, okay. Well, and then Nerd Dad Zetch says JJ looks angelic with his lighting. So Boba thinks you look like a convict. Nerd Dad Zetch says you look like an angel.
Both into the spectrum.
Both into the spectrum there.
Thank you, gentlemen.
JJ somehow has better internet in rural America. 100%.
We said the same thing. We said the same thing, Boba.
Oh man.
It doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I've got some great internet service out here now.
Oh man, so good. It's good to be with you guys. Good to be with you guys. Good to chit chat and hang out. And man, it's crazy. I was telling you guys beforehand, like, I'm really nervous. It's been a couple of months. I don't know, but right away, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good already.
We got it.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys didn't know out there, we've taken a 2-month hiatus. JJ moved to Nebraska. I moved to Southern California, and Adrian was working hard getting some sweet shows put together. So we have some cool plans that we can I guess we can kind of get into it a little bit here. Let's do a little housekeeping real quick about I forgot to put the notes in there, but update, we're switching back to weekly shows. So
yep.
Right, baby.
No more
every week.
Yep.
Bi-weekly business, back to back weeks. You're gonna see us here giving you the nerdy nudes you gotta know about. Also, we are changing up I guess not really changing Super Gamer Book Club for the Patreon followers there. We're just not starting this month. It'll be starting in July, but there will be some differences. I don't know how in depth we want to go about that, but yeah, expect a little more bite size.
We can go into it if you want.
Yeah, a little more bite size stuff, and just kind of opening the doors a little bit to not necessarily like the big heavy hitter classics, which was a lot of fun what we were doing before with Zetch there. But Adrian's wanting to take it into a little different direction. We all know who Adrian loves his indies. Can't get enough of his indies. So
I kind of like Adrian. Yeah, Adrian turned it into more of a Fight Club thing. So if you don't finish the game we're supposed to talk about, you actually get to get a finger chopped off. Which I love that, like, he's thinking outside of the box. Adrian jumping right into the fray, and he's like, let's change some crap up, boys. Let's turn this crap into Fight Club.
I mean, look, they're mostly like maybe 9 hours, right? You can't spare 9 hours. You're going to have 9 fingers. That's how this is going to work.
Exactly. I love it.
Okay.
And that's why he's bringing the big guns.
And to think, I agreed to be on the first one, so I guess I better finish that game. Shoot. So we're coming back with that. So if you don't know, we have a patreon.com/supergamerboys. You can support us over there, just like our Super Gamer sponsors, Bill Bird, Julie Bates, Brent Fox, Daniel James, and many others who support us at different tiers. But just at $1 a month, you get these episodes early and ad free, and then the bonus episode, the Super Gamer Book Club. That's when you get that sweet show. What are we doing next month? You want to reveal the game that we will be talking about?
Our first episode back is we're going to be covering the legendary, one of the all-time greats. You know it. I love it. You'll love it. None other than the Toby Fox original, Undertale. But it won't be just me and Garrett. I reached out all the way across the internet and asked Steph Babies herself, half of Normcore Gaming, to be our guest. So for the July episode, it's going to be me, Garrett, and Steph all talking about Undertale. How good it is or how bad it is, depending on what we think.
Yeah.
Be there. It's going to be hype.
It's going to be hype. And another little, update for, I guess, book club there. So if you want to get those, remember, support us at patreon.com/supergamerboys. But you pretty much have the rest of the year scheduled out, and you've got a host lined up and everything. So I'm stoked.
On top of it, baby, I got stuff coming for you guys.
I'm stoked for all the guest hosts you got lined up. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to be on a lot of those. I know with the other book club, I was only on 1 or 2 here or there. Adrian's like, come on, dude, you can spare a couple hours. So I told him, I was like, I'll only be on there with the shorter games. And there's going to be a lot of fun people we're going to be doing that show with.
And is it going to still be called the Super Gamer Boys Book Club? Or have you guys to come up with a different name yet?
Or we're probably just going to call it Super Gamer Book Club because it ain't only boys. So
there you go. And I love that. I actually got a call from Hotbed Ed, and Ed told me that he said when you called his cell phone, he said, dude, it was the call I've been waiting for. When I saw Adrian's name on there, I was so excited, and I saw it. He's like, dude, I literally was I threw like a little party because I've been waiting for this call. And then when I was like, hey, what's up, Adrian? And Adrian's like, hey, can I talk to Steph? And he's like, oh, yeah, and then handed it over, and you invited his wife to the show, and like honestly, Ed said that was the lowest point of his life, and so Ed, I love you, dude. I think you guys have been doing a great job in Normcore. Steph's going to be amazing on the show, and you might get your chance someday. You might get your chance
one day. We'll see.
One day.
But so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to jump in and do a little more bite-sized episodes that hopefully we'll hash it out with some of these crazy games. Because playing like Undertale, like already, it's like, this is a bizarre game. This will be a very interesting kind of discussion around this game, because I could see where people could absolutely hate it, people could absolutely love it. That's one of the differences we were before. We had fun with the book club, and they were always great games. So a lot of times we just loved it. But I'm excited to get into it with people who are just like, this is hot garbage, or like, oh, this is the best game ever made. Like, you're obviously high on it. You're high on it, so it'll be interesting kind of discussion there.
Oh, if you follow me online, this is a Hall of Famer for me. But it may not be the same. We'll find out when we get there.
We'll see. Yeah. So if you want to get in on that, remember, patreon.com/supergamerboys, support us over there, and we'll talk more about that later on in the show. I already shouted out the sponsors. It's weird not to say, Super Gamer producer Adrian the homeboy. Like, you're a host now, so I don't have to call you on the Patreon.
I'm crew. I have I don't have a crew jacket yet, but you know what I mean.
We can work on that. I can work on that. Let me see what else. Housekeeping. Oh, more housekeeping. Next week is E3, which is crazy, right?
Ooh, baby.
Well, what kind of survived of E3, I guess you could say. I see you added something. I missed this. So Tuesday, actually, I guess technically tomorrow, E3 starts. Tuesday, the 8th, June 8th, there's a Playdate React stream by our very own Adrian Holmes at 8 p.m.
One and only.
One and only. So join him tomorrow night. He's going to be watching the Playdate stream that they're doing. And it won't be live, unfortunately, because I think it's in the morning, but you'll be rewatching it that night, reacting to it, kind of giving your thoughts on the Playdate, which is that little handheld console with the crank, right? The one with the hand crank. That looks super cool. And now into, I guess, more official E3 stuff is Sunday the 13th. We're doing the Xbox Bethesda React stream at 8 p.m. So join us on Sunday, the 13th here, twitch.tv/the Super Gamer Boys. Me and Adrian are both going to be on that. JJ, you're welcome to if you want to watch it with us. But and then Tuesday, June 15th, in the morning, they're doing the Nintendo stream, but we're going to be again rewatching at 8 p.m. So join us at 8 p.m. right here at this channel. Me and Adrian.
We work, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the thing. Both days, Sunday and Tuesday, it's like we got work or other stuff going on in the morning, but we're going to rewatch it that night together. I'm going to go in totally blind. I'm going to turn off social media for the day. And
me too. So if you tell me something and I don't reply to you those days, that's why. I'm Twitter is deleted from my phone that day. Those days.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy week, dude. Like you have your thing tomorrow. Sunday we got the stream. Monday we're probably doing another episode. Tuesday we got the Nintendo. So yeah, join us next week. We're gonna have all sorts of crazy content coming to stream, and the idea is also then again put it out on all the podcast and YouTube feeds there. So keep an eye out for it. We're gonna be pumping out the content.
We're rolling full steam, baby. We back. Let's go. I got the energy. I'm fired up.
Okay, let's see how quickly we can burn out Adrian here. No.
I get 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
It's gonna take more than that.
Dude. Okay. I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything they want to say before we get into the show?
Good to be back.
It's amazing to be back. I miss seeing your guys' faces. Like honestly. This is pretty awesome. This is one of those things that's like, and we're getting back into it and we're going back to weekly instead of doing the every 2 weeks thing. Adrian and I, of course, like strong-armed the hell out of you, Garrett, in order to make sure that we're doing this thing on the weekly. And you're like, well, I'm going to have to talk to my wife and ask permission. We were like, you go in there, you demand to go back to weekly.
Let me run it by the board.
Yeah. Hey, gotta run it by the higher ups. Okay. I'm down here. There's like 2 or 3 tiers above me. There's like my son is above me, and then there's the other boy, and then there's the wife.
The CEO.
Yeah.
I love that you have 2 sons, and you're like, there's my son, and then there's the other boy. Like that was great.
Don't tell. Notice I didn't say the name, so you don't know which one I feel that way about.
Think because you don't know what his name is right now. Like you look like you were struggling for it. You're like the other one. You know, the second one. The second one.
I don't. Yeah, he's new. He's less than a year old. I don't know.
Griffin.
He hasn't broken in yet.
Oh, that's the one. Griffin. Yeah. He's cool. I like him better. No, I didn't say that.
It's on film. Too late. It's too late.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
telling.
think it's time. I think it's time we get into the mailbag here. Then, boy, too bad Zetch can't interject right here with his little mailbag. Or we have a new thing. We got to come up with it. We got a new co-host. Do you have something for us, Adrian? Give us something.
Oh, let me think.
I put you on the spot.
Put him on the spot.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Me on the spot.
You know what?
No. I'm gonna have something for you next week. Next week I'll have something for you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. This first question comes from Kajoma01. What movies are you guys? And then in parentheses, I put y'all first, but changed it for Garrett's sake. So I'm going to reread this in the way it was intended to be read.
Hit it.
What movies are y'all looking forward to this year? Oh man,
I'm completely out of the loop of anything new coming out.
I got a couple.
Yeah.
The new is Doctor Strange coming out this year or next year?
I think it's next year.
Next year? Shoot.
So the Marvel movies that are come out this year, and to be honest, this might be my answer because again, I feel like I'm out of the loop with movies. That's the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which looks really good. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but it's a Marvel movie, and they're all none of them are bad. Like some of them are less good, but none of them are bad. So I'm like, okay, this looks fun.
Yeah, great point.
And then Eternals. Sorry, I always get them mixed up.
Eternals.
Those are both coming out this year. And again, that one, the trailer gave nothing away, but I'm like, it's a Marvel movie. I'm interested. You piqued my interest. So and then, I guess for me, I'm lame. So that's what I'm going for. Is just Black Widow's coming out too, but I mean, I don't know.
We already know how her character arc ends.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This should have been made 5 years ago. So
You're right.
But on my nerd movie stuff, I am a really big Wes Anderson fan, and he has a new movie coming out called The French Dispatch. It looks phenomenal. I'm chef's kissing right now for the audio listener.
Yeah, the audio listeners are like, what's that sound next to the microphone? I hear wind. Oh, it's my fingers.
But no,
kissing.
it's been done for a long time. He just pushed it back because of the whole pandemic thing, but it's supposed to be coming out here pretty soon. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting into that.
Nice. Anything, JJ? You got anything there?
No, nope. I went to my first movie that I've seen in over a year and a half due to COVID. And because here everything's opened up. There's no mask. Like we went into the theater. I literally walked into Walmart. Nobody was wearing masks, and I was looking around like, what the heck is going on? I don't have to do that stuff. It's been amazing. And so I went to a movie. I watched A Quiet Place 2, and wow, that movie was incredible. And
it was really good.
So good to be in a theater and hear sound again and have other people
I
screaming.
haven't heard sound for a year.
Yeah, I haven't listened to nothing. No, but just to be able to well, when I say sound, other people laughing, some people talking very loudly, and you want to tell them shut the F up, and it's like, and it feels good to do that again. You know what I mean? Hey, we're over here. I paid money for this. It's like, that feels good.
Oh man, I have not seen the first one. I really want to see it.
Wow.
But it hasn't been on, like, by the time I got around to being like, oh, I need to watch that, it was off all the streaming services. So I haven't broke down to.
I think it's still on Hulu.
They put it on there. Okay, because the last time I checked it. Okay, because I want to watch the second one, but I'm like, I need to watch the first one first. My brother-in-law says, no, you don't have to watch the first one. Just
you do.
Yes, you do.
He's like, we'll just watch the second one. I'm like, no, man, I gotta watch the first one.
It's one of the most incredible movies.
Nearly as hard if you don't see the first one.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I'll have to watch it with or without him. Cool. Let me see. Oh, next question here. We got lots of fun questions this week. Boba Fletch asks, what do you want to see from the Microsoft E3 conference? Will you have a special E3 episode featuring 2 extreme Microsoft fans? Will JJ pray to the Series X if they show more of the Indiana Jones game? And will Garrett cry if Kojima partners with Microsoft? So let's start with the first one. What do you want to see from Microsoft at E3? What are you guys excited to see? And it is Microsoft / Bethesda, so they're doing it together. Yeah. They're doing it together. What are you guys looking forward to?
I'm mostly looking forward to seeing how Starfield is going to shake out. I'm on the Bethesda side.
You think they're going to say anything?
No, I don't think they're going to give us a date. I don't think they're going to give us anything significant, but I feel like we're at least going to get something that gives us a hint into what we're going to be dealing with Starfield. I'm hoping, at least, because I feel like it's been a hot minute since they talked about it last.
Yeah.
But there have been reports that are saying that it may even launch next year, which I think is absolutely impossible, given how we know how long Bethesda takes to get stuff developed and out of the door.
I don't know about that.
And then probably the other big thing would be this is like Paramount, right? I need to see Halo, and I need to see Halo with a 180 in quality from what that reveal trailer was.
Yes.
That's like the most important. If I'm Phil Spencer, that's the thing that's waking me up at night, right? Is what are they going to think of the updates for Halo? Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing that I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, and I feel like they have to lead with that. Like, let people relax for the rest of the show, because you know what's going to happen if they don't lead with that. The whole show, everyone's going to be like, "Where's Halo? Where's Halo?
Why are you hiding Halo?"
And yeah, everyone's going to be worked up. Like, yeah, why are you hiding it? Oh no, oh my gosh, freaking out. Like, they need to just come out and be like, "Here's Halo. It looks good. Like, here's what we've fixed. Here's what we've added.
Craig's dead.
Here's what we took away. We killed Craig. It's great. Everything's good." So. Yeah, that 100%. I echo that. They need to have Halo in there and have it good. I also feel, now that they have, not just Bethesda, but I mean all the game studios they have, like, okay, hit us with some cool exclusives that are coming out. What are going to be your first party titles? Because at this point, there's not much, at least like, first party big things. Like, okay, is there a new Gears coming? Is there the new Forza coming? Is there the new this or that? Or like, their mainline titles. And then what are the new ones? What are the new ones that are coming out and stuff like that? Like that's, and maybe that answers a little bit like, well, duh, of course we're going to hear that. But also Microsoft has had E3 conferences where like we don't hear that. That's the thing. Like they don't always announce big, like that's a PlayStation thing to have like, and here's our new big exclusive or whatever. Here's an update on it. Microsoft,
triple A.
Yeah, Xbox generally has been focusing on the Game Pass, and it's one of those things where at this point they've 100% nailed Game Pass, and they've talked about it enough. Like we all know and love Game Pass. Like
it's untouchable.
I feel like we're at a point now we don't need to hear more about it because everyone has it and we all adore it. xCloud's out and working. I use xCloud on my phone the other day to play Donut County. I hooked my controller up to my phone and was streaming Donut County from an Xbox somewhere over the internet. Like it was great. Like I was playing. xCloud works flawlessly on iPhone, on Wi-Fi. Fantastic. So okay, their services that they've been focusing on the last 2 or 3 years are dialed in. Now give me the games.
Right. The stage is all set. The back end is good.
Yeah.
Content time.
Give me the game. So it sounds like a well, duh kind of answer, but you look back at their history and they haven't been doing it. So it's like, this is a year. Please do it. Yep. Like you have a new console out, everything's set. Hit us hard with like a ton of like, oh my gosh, this new Gears looks crazy. Oh my gosh, this new Bethesda thing that we've never, like maybe it's a new IP. This looks awesome. Oh my gosh, Elder Scrolls is going to be exclusive to Xbox. I don't know, something like that. Like,
which it will.
I mean, it was previously, right? I think it was like originally it was, wasn't it?
It was until Sky.
Yeah,
no.
I think
no.
I think just Skyrim came out on PlayStation, right? I guess I don't know that for sure. But
Oblivion did too. Oblivion came out on PS3, I think.
Gotta Google it.
I don't know if Morrowind did, but I know Oblivion did because I have Oblivion on PS3.
Okay. Well, if you have it, then I don't doubt you. But yeah. So it's one of those things where it was originally exclusive, then it went to everything. Why not bring it back? Bring it back home. Why not? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm anticipating. Again, this isn't what do I want, I guess, but I'm anticipating to hear about a lot of quite a few of the Bethesda IPs now being first party Xbox deals. What else do I want though? ID
at Xbox.
What's that? ID at Xbox?
ID at Xbox.
Yeah, you get your indie games.
I need to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I need to see what's going on.
What about you, JJ? Do you have anything that you're hoping they talk about?
I've got a few. So I'm looking forward to, I want to see some AAA games come out of them. I want to see their version of Last of Us 2 or Uncharted, some great game that's going to catch my attention. I really desperately want to see more from Starfield. Starfield looks really great. I'm like really excited about it. I want to see more. I know it's not going to be anywhere near. I don't think we're going to get it in 2022. It might come out 2024. Like honestly, I think that it's, but just my interest is totally piqued on it. And then also, I hate playing into Boba Flett's crap, but I really want to see some Indiana Jones get a release date. And okay, so he knows me. I'm pathetic. I'm very easy to read.
JJ,
but yes,
I hate to burst your bubble, but
no, don't burst it.
We're looking at least 2025.
See, that's not. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear.
I know.
I'll tell you what. But I will pray to them if they can. If I will pray to Xbox Series X if they can get it coming out this year. Like
when we saw that trailer, the ink was still drying on the Lucasfilm contract. Like they haven't even really started anything yet.
Yeah, I know. I could tell that it's just a teaser, and there was nothing substantial behind it. But I'm just a huge fan of Indiana Jones. I mean, I grew up. I mean, I think all of us did. Really, all of us that are
Mhm.
this age. Although I'm a couple of years older than you guys, but 1 or 2 years or
That's
whatever.
just a couple.
But what But I'm just saying, I grew up. I love Indiana Jones. Who doesn't? Except for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and stuff sucked.
That
But
was bad.
I would.
What's that? There's only 3 movies. What are you talking about?
Okay, I like where your head's at, Adrian. I like where your head's at. So yeah, those are the things I'm looking forward to. I really want to see something catch my attention. That this is like their version of like that incredible storied game, like a Last of Us or an Uncharted. And I think that now that they've got Bethesda in their pocket and some of the other developers, it's possible. It's possible. So let's bring it, man. Let's see some good stuff.
Yeah.
They're
They
sitting on
had
that.
they had a couple that I had a lot like Medium. I had a lot of high hopes for, and everything I've seen from it just looks like trash.
Yeah,
So
that wasn't a
It
great
was it
game.
was it was okay. It was okay.
It was okay.
It wasn't anything really like to write home about, but it wasn't bad.
did either of you guys finish the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Garrett, I wasn't shocked by your saying no.
Yeah,
No, I
but
did
for
not finish
me,
the game. Not shocked at all, by the
but
way.
for me, that was one where I intended to, and then I got
You
in.
always intend to, Garrett. That's the
But
problem.
this one was different because we even did a special episode about it, and so I was just like, I'm gonna finish this game, and then like I got like a chunk of the way through, and I'm like, I really like. I couldn't finish. I mean, I already talked about it in a previous episode. We don't
Bored.
need to talk
Just
about it
say it.
again,
You
but
got bored. It happened.
I got bored. It wasn't a good game for me. I mean, again, it wasn't a bad game. And some of what I played, there's certain aspects I really enjoy, like the atmosphere was killer, the soundtrack was killer. But it was just like eventually the story was just like, okay, like I'm just done with this. So I ended up watching the end of it on YouTube. Like I just watched like the last 3 hours on a YouTube video, and I was like, oh, see, like that's all I wanted. Like the story actually was good, but it was just drawn out too much. And yeah.
Yep. Zetch and I said the same thing. It would be a much better movie than
Yeah.
it is a game.
100%. But what else did he? Oh, will Garrett cry if Kojima partners with Microsoft? No.
Yes, you will. Stop it. Yes, you will.
Okay.
One, because you don't get your precious PlayStation exclusive anymore. That's for
yeah,
sure.
Okay, but hear me out. I'm a changed man. I haven't turned my PlayStation 4 on since like January or February. I've strictly played PC or Switch. I have not turned on my PlayStation in at least 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
So honestly,
you need to unplug the PlayStation thing behind you. You need to just pull the plug on it right now, you fake gamer. That's you throw it against the wall. There you go. There you go.
There we go. Chucked it offset. So honestly, if he teamed up with Microsoft, I mean, it'd come to, if it's an exclusive or whatever, whether it's timed or not or whatever, I'm sure it would come to Game Pass, which means I could play it on my computer. Like,
yep, it'll be on PC.
So I'm down. Bring it on. Come on, Kojima. What are you waiting for? Like, let me play your game on my computer. When Death Stranding, as soon as I got my new computer, I bought Death Stranding on PC immediately, and it looks so much better on there. The frame rate's so much better. It goes, plays at a higher resolution.
Yeah. So does that mean I don't have to give you back your PS4 version of it? Because if you want, I can just go ahead and keep that.
I assumed I wasn't getting it back after you
this
moved.
One up?
Oh, dude, yeah, I totally forgot. You had that collector's box. You're gonna send it to me, and I'll. You know what?
Okay, that shipping's gonna be pretty fast. That's a huge box. You know that, right?
It's gonna be a lot. We'll have to figure that out. We'll figure that out. I might be up. I might be up in that area again, up in Modesto area at least. Maybe not Bay Area, but Modesto area in August. So maybe we'll talk about meeting up sometime then. But yeah. So Kojima, please team up with Microsoft, because at this point, yeah, I'm playing things on PC. I haven't touched my PlayStation.
Microsoft will throw the money where Sony won't. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I heard that was a real big point of contention between Sony and Kojima, is they were really, because Death Stranding, it was so out there, and Kojima loves to make out there games. They were like, look, dude, we're not going to put as much money as you think behind this because we don't know if it's going to sell. This is a really wild idea. But Microsoft, I mean, you're talking about $1 trillion company. They can they can say, here's a blank check, do what you want. I mean, that's
bucks.
dangerous to do for creatives. You got to put reins on them. But at the same time, they're like, okay, what is your whole game plan? We can fund whatever you want. Put that down. Put that down, you phony.
Yeah, you're fake, man.
phony Sony.
No, but I think Kojima would have overall more freedom to express the full vision than he would at Sony.
Is he currently locked into any contract with Sony at all? So it's
Nope.
always like deal by deal then.
He's technically an indie developer. Adrian loves him.
Technically. No, once he did Death Stranding, the contract was over. It was just a 1-game deal.
Yeah. Boba Fletch in the chat actually says 2 things. He thinks Starfield will be 2022 and Indiana Jones will just be shown at the show.
Boba Fletch, put that bottle down.
Yeah.
Put that bottle down right now.
Oh, man.
You've had enough.
Enough. Easy. So yeah, we will see. Yeah, we're going to be doing that React Sunday night. So join us, and maybe we should hit up Boba. Maybe you should join us if he's not busy. That'd be fun.
If he's game.
He says in the question featuring 2 extreme Microsoft fans. I assume he's one of them. I don't know who the second, if he's talking about you, Adrian, or if he's talking about who knows who. I don't know. Could be anyone.
He just
JJ.
got a PS5, right?
Yeah,
Can't be JJ. Definitely not me. Definitely not me.
I'm waiting on my Xbox Series S, Garrett. You're supposed to place the order anytime now, buddy. I'm waiting on it. You just get that thing ordered up.
I'm waiting on the call from the boss. I'm not going to order anything without his permission. This next question comes from, what's this name? Nerdadzich? I don't know. Never heard of him.
Nerdazich.
And he asks, what do you think about God of War allegedly going cross-gen? I guess in an interview with Herman Hulst, he let it slip that God of War and Gran Turismo were going cross-gen. Funny you ask, Nerdazich. I think it's time for the nerdy nudes.
It's now time for the nerdy nudes.
Let's frickin' go. I've been waiting months for that. Alrighty, so this first news story comes from IGN. Matt T.M. Kim writes, PlayStation Studios boss details Ben's new game, PC releases, and more. The PlayStation Studios boss Herman Hulst has given a new interview with the PlayStation blog where he offers new updates on the state of Sony's first-party game developers. This includes Ben Studios' work on a new original game and the studio's growing interest in PC gaming. Now, the original interview is quite long. I originally had that as like the main news story. I'm like, no, it's too long. I read through it, but I was just like, I'm not going to read all that on the show. So this is a truncated version from IGN. Thank you, IGN, for that. But go check out PlayStation blog for the full deal. Hulst's new interview already dropped a big bomb when he announced God of War 2 will be delayed until 2022, which I think that was on the board. If you go to discord.com/supergamer, I don't even actually know if that's the URL, but if you go to our Discord, we have a board where we keep our bets and such. I'm pretty sure one of them was that I thought, let me see, Garrett thinks God of War Ragnarok will be a PS5 exclusive. JJ thinks it will come out on PS4 as well. Okay.
Oh,
so there we go.
Points on the board.
Kajoma01 for the first time ever. JJ has a point on the board. Give him a 1 point. And then also, I thought there was another one about when it was coming out, but I guess not. So there you go. Fix that, Kajoma. Fix the board and give JJ that point. And I don't know if I'd get deducted a point or how that works, but
I get another point based on the fact that I don't remember that conversation at all. And just the fact that I think it's technically how that works. I probably should get a second
win, man. Just take your win.
I feel like you should lose that point then, because
for snitching on yourself.
So yeah, God of War will be delayed, which is I immediately tweeted. I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting a PS5 this year, because I think that was my original pitch when PS5 was coming out. I was like, there's nothing at launch, but as soon as there's a God of War 2 special edition, with the special artwork and stuff on it comes with the game, like, I'm buying it. So as soon as it said 2022, I'm like, dang it. I was all excited to have to, tell my wife, like, hey, I promised on the show I was going to buy a PS5 when they came out, and now it's not coming out till next year. So, oh well.
She's like, if you think I'm letting you spend $500 because of your stupid little show. You are sorely mistaken, sir.
I've done crazier things for the show. And furthermore, both the new God of War game and Gran Turismo 7 will be cross-gen titles coming to both PS5 and PS4.
Well. Big dog Jim Ryan getting caught up with his pants down, huh? Right? Where's your generations now, sir? Huh?
That's right. Call him out. Call him out. You put him in his place. Yeah, you had brought that up before where Jim Ryan had originally said, and we talked about on the show, like, no, we believe in generations over here. Like Microsoft, they're into their services, blah, 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 backwards compatibility. Here at Sony, we only focus on the generation. When PS5 comes out, we're 100% in. That's all we're focusing on.
We're making experiences that can only be done on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Asterisk.
Yeah, huge asterisk. Because here we are in the first year of PlayStation 5, and Spider-Man Miles Morales came to both consoles.
Horizon is coming.
Horizon Forbidden West is coming.
Coming.
God of War 2, Gran Turismo 7. The only exclusive so far is Ratchet and Clank.
That's it. Returnal. Returnal's going to PC. Stop it. Returnal is going to PC.
Yeah. So technically they have like a half point there, but as soon as like it goes to PC, they lose a point. So so that's the deal with Sony. They're slipping a little bit. I don't know what they're doing over there with their talk of only PS5 plays best on PS5, but then still doing PS4. I mean, I understand, like, that's the thing. Don't get me wrong, everyone. I know, like, I'm going to get all these comments who are just like, well, duh, it makes business sense. Yeah, 100%. Like,
of course it does.
There's millions and millions and millions of PS4s out there, so they'd be stupid not to do it. But it's just one of those things.
At the same time, don't be stupid and lie and say that you believe in generations if you don't.
Yeah. It goes exactly against what they said.
They raked Phil over the coals when they were like, you know what? We don't really got that much. So everything on the first couple of years of the series systems is also going to be on Xbox One. What did everybody do? Oh my God. They're holding back gaming, having to support these old systems. Thanks, Xbox. Now look.
Sony's doing the same.
Everybody's quiet now, aren't they?
They're in the same boat. They're in the same boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the deal currently with Sony exclusives. Some more news. For instance, Hulst has revealed that Bend Studios is working on an exciting new IP that builds on top of the deep open world systems that they developed with Days Gone. Another report said that Bend Studios initially pitched a sequel to Days Gone that was rejected after having been put on a few Naughty Dog projects. So that's what Bend Studios has been doing more recently, is kind of
hurt to hear.
They've been playing backup on some Naughty Dog games that are coming out. Like, hey, we got some work we can't get to. Go ahead and kind of sweep up the scraps or whatever. But yeah, they say potentially new Uncharted and The Last of Us multiplayer. But Hulst also confirmed that Bend is now working on an entirely new game, so new IP. So not a Days Gone sequel, which isn't surprising just based off the sales of the game. I know it's a bummer though, because I know there's people who really love that game. I still would like to give it a chance.
Ben really loved that game.
Yeah, they from what it seems like, they put a lot of heart and soul into that, and for it to just kind of get brushed to the side, I'm sure really hurt him. Like I couldn't imagine like this baby of yours, like, look at this is what we brought, and it's in all intents and purposes like a really killer game that just wasn't executed perfectly at launch. Like that was the only issue with it, right? Is like it just at launch it wasn't good.
But they fixed it.
They did.
They put the work in.
But unfortunately with gaming, if you're not good at launch, these kind of get forgotten a lot of times. So
well, also too, I feel like Days Gone, I think, sits right perfectly as a AA game. And we know Sony doesn't do those kinds of things anymore. They usually just do AAAs or go home. So the fact that they took this chance on what is like pretty much like a top tier AA, and then it's still, for all intents and purposes, not because it's a bad game, but just because the low sales numbers flopped. They're like, look, we already took a chance on this and it didn't work out. It was already too small to make a profit margin that we're looking for. So, but I feel bad for Ben, but I hope that they are excited to work on the new IP that they're working on, because I'm glad that it's not Uncharted, so they don't have to play backup or play
Right.
pseudo Naughty Dog anymore. So I hope that they take all that energy that they had for Days Gone 2 and put it into this new IP, and that it's something really special.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Fallout 76. Is that when it first came out, it was junk and it was getting torn and run over the coals, and then it got worked on, and it's actually a really great game.
It's pretty decent now.
Yeah, I have not tried it more recently, but yeah, like when it came, because after the Bethesda acquisition of Microsoft, like yeah, it came to Game Pass, and I immediately heard of so many more people trying it and being like, oh, it's actually not a bad game. Like so many people who didn't try it before because they didn't want to pay for it. Now they got it for free through Game Pass, and like, oh, okay, yeah, this is actually like better now.
Yeah,
But
that was after a year of updates though, but
yeah, a couple of years, yeah.
yeah.
Let's see what's next here. Regarding PlayStation's decision to release first-party games on PC, such as Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone, Hulst says their success shows an appetite for PlayStation games outside the console ecosystem. But Hulst emphasizes that PlayStation will remain the best place to play our PlayStation Studios titles at launch. Hulst seems to indicate that the 2-year wait between releasing Days Gone on PS4 and PC was intentional, and that for now, PlayStation is committed to keeping first-party game launches strictly on PlayStation hardware. So all that to say, it's kind of like, yeah, they'll probably still come to PC, but we can't promise anything. Like no official timeline. It's not like there's a timer or a stopwatch that starts, and after 2 years it goes up or something. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's about the timeline we keep seeing, because that's why not? Like, you make bank on the exclusive, selling consoles, selling games, and then a couple years later be like, oh, here you go, PC players, and Steam goes wild for it and they buy it up, and yeah, it's only makes
2
sense.
years is about a good length of time. I think most games usually cool off about that time, unless you're, I don't know, like unless you're a GTA or something like that, you usually cool off. It doesn't matter what game it is, because everybody gets on the initial wave and plays it, and then you get to trickle down the people that came in late. Maybe they didn't buy the console, right off the bat. They got it maybe a year later, 2 years later. But that seems like a good point to be like, okay, now wave 2 with the PC audience, and then you take it, get a whole second wave, get a whole new audience, so that when it does come out, you got your hardcore loyal console users, and you got a rabid PC fan base right behind them. So you got continued sales for a long time.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. Now, how long did it take for Death Stranding? I remember Death Stranding came out on the PlayStation, and it didn't feel like it was 2 years before it came out to PC.
No,
I mean, it was closer to a year,
so
wasn't it?
It came out in 2018 on PS4, December 2018, and then it was summer of last year? 2020?
Death Stranding was 2018?
Yeah, it was December.
I don't think it was 2018. It was 2019.
Was it 2019?
It was 2019. Yeah, because 2018 was God of War, I think.
That's right. They wouldn't have put them both in the same year.
Right. No. Yeah, it was 2019. Okay, so
that goes on the board. I was right about something. Please, if you can remember that, write it down. Somebody, please. Kajoma. Who's on the board? Get on it.
It was November 2019. Yeah.
Yep. You know what? It might have been part of the Kojima deal to be like, look, you get it for a year, and then we're putting it on PC.
Yeah, because technically,
all right.
Yeah, because Sony does not recognize Death Stranding as any sort of like first-party exclusive game. So Death Stranding is very. Yep, yeah, they just published. So it's very different from Horizon Zero Dawn. Very different from Days Gone. Like, so if you look at any of the literature, anything on PlayStation site or anywhere, like they really kind of not distance themselves, but they're very clear. Like, it's like
this is not a PlayStation game.
It's not our game. Like they really didn't want it.
At what point is Xbox going to be able to get that IP and be able to use it on like Game Pass?
They probably, you know what? I was gonna say they probably couldn't, because it's a PlayStation published game. But then the show happened, and now anything can happen.
Yeah, so, and that was made by Sony Santa Monica, which is like an official PlayStation.
Right.
That is a first party game. So I feel like Death Stranding could show up on Xbox anytime, honestly. Like
anytime.
I'm surprised it's not at this point, but we'll see.
Hey, E3, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Kojima can come out on stage at Microsoft conference and be like, "You're breathtaking," but in Japanese, and it'd be way cooler.
Way cooler.
All right. There also was some Horizon news. I totally forgot about it until like today. There was a state of play where they talked about Horizon Forbidden West. They showed off some gameplay, about 14 minutes of gameplay, and they talked about the differences between PS5 and PS4. So there's still no release date for the game. So these are just kind of some bullet points that I found on IGN. The sequel picks up 6 months after the events. There's a mysterious and deadly blight kind of spreading across the land there. The state of play gameplay demo sent her friend and a returning character into the remains of San Francisco. So it's going to take place on the West Coast in San Francisco. It's, let me tell you what, like without spoiling too much, because again, like not everyone has played the first Horizon Zero Dawn.
Which you should. It's really, really good. And it's gorgeous.
Like maybe me. And so, which I mean, I've already, but there might be other people out there too. Yeah, holy cow, I was watching the gameplay, I was watching the trailers, like everything looks so beautiful. Like, I mean, the first game's beautiful. I've played a little bit of that, and then watching the trailers for this, I'm like, holy smokes, like this game's gonna look killer on PS5. Like,
Horizon was the first game that made the case for me to get PS4 Pro. It was the actual one, the first one that was like, oh, this is why I got the Pro. Because that game in 4K is just it's mind blowing.
It is with the HDR.
I was so stuck in photo mode for so long with that game. It's man, you can make wallpapers for days with that game.
It's beautiful.
So good.
Yeah.
There's some new and upgraded tools, so different weapons, new hook shot type tool. So that was as soon as I used that, I'm like, oh, so she's like Spider-Man now. She was literally like swinging and moving around like Spider-Man in the Miles Morales game, using this like hook shot. This is Legend of Zelda.
Use it.
Yeah, using that Legend of Zelda type hook shot looking thing. I'm like, it's cool. It's a cool little feature.
That's hilarious, because that's what I thought when I saw her doing that. I thought like, that kind of looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah, even so like some of the animation, I'm like, oh, it kind of looks like a weird like the way she like go up in the air. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they just like borrowed that from the other studio.
Hey, Insomniac, can we use that?
Yeah. They better have a Spider-Man skin in the game. That'd be cool. Armor that's like armor that's like red and blue. Like it, it doesn't look like Spider-Man, but it has like this red and blue, like kind of like cables to look like webbing or something. Like
okay,
that'd be pretty
all right, okay. Guerrilla employee.
Let's see. They have the shield wing, which is a glider, so borrowed from Legend of Zelda again. So yeah, they have the hook shot. They have the glider. Actually, they're taking things from Legend of Zelda here.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody did their homework. Or it sounds like somebody copied somebody's homework.
New diving mask. So there's going to be a lot more underwater kind of segments swimming around, which again, when they go underwater, it's so beautiful. I'm like,
gorgeous.
Are you kidding me right now? It just looks so amazing.
Incredible.
Did
you go back and watch it? Because you know how when you watch it initially on YouTube, it's real compressed and it looks real bad. Did you ever go back and watch it in 4K?
Yeah, so I watched it. I didn't watch it live. I watched the whole state of play afterwards. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. So this game, like, I'm really excited. And honestly, I'm so happy it's going to PS4 because I'll get to play it now. My PlayStation may sound like a jet engine.
Part of the problem, Garrett. You're holding gaming back. You're holding us back.
Sue me. Like, I'm going to enjoy what I want to enjoy on the console I want to enjoy it on. Oh, man. But yeah, so when they said it's crossplay, I'm like, cool. Originally, I was like bummed because like, of course, everyone wants to see it on next gen. But man, if I still get to experience it, I don't have to shell out $500 and piss off my wife. That's even better.
Gary, we forgot. We didn't talk about her face. We didn't talk about Aloy's face and how apparently it looks so manly and so and she's just as ugly as sin, apparently.
Is that something that was a talking point, really? That she was masculine?
Not in the state of play, but there was, an article that Adrian posted, or a tweet that Adrian posted on the Discord, where some random idiot on Twitter,
some clown
was like just trashing how Aloy looked. Just like, she looks so
like,
ridiculous.
am I the only one, or is Sony making all their games with female leads, making them ugly on purpose?
And they don't ever wear
makeup or anything like that, and they're all strong. Oh, How come they just can't look like girly girls? Oh my god.
And then he
That sounds
commissioned
like somebody who's insensitive and who probably needs to have some type of counseling. And you need to understand that strong women are pretty freaking awesome. You don't want to have women who are girly. You want to have women
Sounds
who are
like
strong.
it sounds like someone who's never met a woman before. That's what it sounds
yeah,
like.
that too. No, but yeah, it's yeah, when what was it? Oh, he commissioned an artist though. And on that tweet, he had the picture of like from the game, and then next to it, he's like, here's an artist commission I got of, Aloy with like to look more feminine and like how she should look. And I was
Right.
like,
Looks like Lara Croft.
it's like it's like so jarring. It's like, yeah, okay, like yeah, that's a pretty woman, but like that's just not like what she doesn't
That's
why
not who
why
Aloy
that's
is.
not who she is. Like, okay, yeah, you drew a picture of an attractive woman, but it's like
That's not Aloy.
but it's not Aloy, and it's like Aloy doesn't necessarily like I don't know, like why does it's just so bizarre. The whole thing is just
It's
like
a whole
this is
thing. We
so
could get into a
stupid.
whole thing. I just wanted to bring that up because I wanted to call that guy a clown for having that opinion. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, 100% a clown. And to clarify too, I compared the other photos saying that the other one was a photo of an attractive woman. I'm not saying either one is more or less attractive than the other. To him, that was his
Right.
words. He said that other one was more attractive, and it's just like to you maybe like. And
Right.
why does that have to be a thing?
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter if she's attractive or not? Like she's a woman and she's a character and she like beats the crap out of dinosaur robots. Like she can
Right.
kick,
That's
she can
what I'm
kick your
here
butt.
for.
She can kick your butt. She's gonna kick
Yeah.
your butt.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See, that's awesome. Yeah, as far as like women and makeup and stuff like that, this isn't really the place, but I'm not a real big fan of makeup on women. It's like okay, but I actually prefer natural look. So
Hey.
I think Aloy is awesome the way that she is. She doesn't need
Yeah.
to be, some like 1994 version of Lara Croft.
No.
She could be her. Like that's just silly. That's a misogynistic, silly look. And
Yeah. Just do your thing, man.
Clowns on Twitter. It's everyone on there. I don't care who you are. Everyone is.
But speaking of that, Garrett, I am going to want you to send that picture of like the really hot version of her, though. If you could just send that over to. No, is that wait?
No.
We're still on the air. Okay, I forgot
we're on the air.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Shoot.
But seriously, email that to me.
Okay. Here we are. The next news story. Team Ninja making a Final Fantasy Souls-like action game? What? So, Final Fantasy Origin is rumored for PS5 and PC. Neo and Ninja Gaiden developer Team Ninja is developing a new Final Fantasy spin-off action game for Square Enix, according to a report from Fanbyte. That game, reportedly titled Final Fantasy Origin, is expected to be announced in June in conjunction with E3 2021. Square Enix is confirmed to appear at this year's E3. I love how they don't tell a date or time. It just says they're going to be there. Fanbyte's report also follows a series of rumors regarding Final Fantasy Origin, which has been compared to From Software's Dark Souls series and Respawn Entertainment's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The Final Fantasy spinoff is said to be more accessible than Neo for a wider audience and set during the events of the first game in the franchise. Origin is reportedly bound for PS5 with a Windows PC version coming later. So this is one that Adrian suggested there. How excited does this have you? Because I know you're a big Final Fantasy fan. Are you a big Souls fan? Are you a big Souls fan?
I don't know about big. I've played Dark Souls 1. Did not play. I cannot remember why I did not play 2 and 3. So that's something that I need to go back and fix at some point. But I do love a really good challenge. And that's what Dark Souls provides. So the fact that they're mixing that kind of a level of difficulty and precision, and you need to be on top of your game and all that kind of stuff with the lore and the world and all that kind of stuff of Final Fantasy, my antennas are doing like this, man. They are picking up that information, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to play it. Hopefully I'll have a decent PC by then. But yeah, I'm all about this. Especially if I'm hoping that we get a reveal from the Square Enix event for this. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm looking forward to it.
So here's my deal. Call me crazy. This is my opinion only. You guys don't have to agree with me.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think there are too many Souls-like games. I think
That's not a crazy opinion.
I think there's too many, and I don't think we need more.
No, I agree. I think there's too many of those games that have come out that are cut from the same cloth that are like cheap versions of Souls. And so like just way too difficult.
Well, those are fighting words to some people.
Look, I know. I don't care for those kind of games. I don't think that they're great. I think they're far too difficult and it takes away the fun. It really does. I mean, I know that there's a lot of precision and skill. I don't have any of those. I just want to play games. And I don't want to
some people think for them though, that is the fun. It is the challenge. Like, I don't know, getting so good and getting your muscle memory and reflexes so well trained that you're able to just walk through that game at some point. That's like a sense of accomplishment that not a lot of people get to experience. So for them, that's, worth getting your butt kicked over and over and over and over again until that one time where you're like, I got this memorized. I could do it with my eyes closed. Let's go.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely the opposite. I've tried Bloodborne so many times, and I can't even get through the opening section. I'm just like, this game is so stinking hard. Like, I want to love it so bad. That's the thing. I love the aesthetic of like the Dark Souls and of Bloodborne. Like, like that whole setting of Bloodborne is like awesome. The horror, just like gothic, like craziness, and I just can't, like, when I can't get past the first section, like the beginning training section, basically, I'm like, this is frustrating. I don't like this. And so again, like, that's just my opinion, and I'm very biased because I suck at games. But I just feel like that's also something we just hear like that term I just hear so much. It's similar to like a couple years ago, every game was a roguelike or roguelite. Everything. So I know it's a cycle. I know in like another year or two it'll be the next game. It'll be the next genre. But yeah, I'm at the point already where I'm getting Souls like exhaustion, and I'm ready for what's the new one? Come on, give me something new. What's the next thing it's going to take off? But that's just me.
What's the next like?
Exactly. Yeah, what's the next like?
I think the positive thing is that Final Fantasy IP has taken off like crazy. Final Fantasy, the remake, 7, 15, it's just, man, it's gotten so big over the last little bit. And I know when it first started kind of coming around in this iteration, I kind of made fun of it a little bit. And I admit, it's a beautiful, fun game. So anything with Final Fantasy right now is going to clean up and make money. And ultimately, that's what it's about, is the companies wanting to make some money. And
absolutely.
So whatever the game is like, if it has Final Fantasy attached to it, it's going to kick butt.
Yeah.
And that's just a given.
100%. M to the Itchel in the chat says, give me all the Final Fantasy games. And he also comments about talking about how there's too many Souls games. He says, just like how everything needs a battle royale, which is 100% true. Like there was that.
Yeah. I'm so tired of that. They're talking about Halo's gonna have one of those, and I'm like, man, you don't really need that. You don't.
No, please don't. Like that.
You
don't need it.
As opposed to battle royale games, what would be great if they're doing a multiplayer thing is, I know I always go back to Last of Us, but Last of Us, the original, had an incredible multiplayer faction.
Uncharted did too.
Just really great. Did Uncharted have one too? I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Uncharted multiplayer was really good too. I don't know. Why don't they do? It doesn't have to be a battle royale. I know we had like big team battle for Halo. Why don't we do huge team battle, where it's like 16v16, something like that? I don't know.
Or go
we don't have to do a battle royale.
Or go like MAG. What was that PS3 game? Is that what it was called? Massive Action.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like hundreds of players against. Let's just pit like hundreds.
And then when it actually came out, people were playing like this because it was not able to run on hardware.
Such a bad game. Oh my gosh. So yeah,
the idea was there though.
The idea was there 100%. So yeah, it is cool. It's cool that Final Fantasy, like, because a lot of people like the spin-off games there, like what was it, Final Fantasy Tactics, or like, well, they even mentioned like the Disgaea game, or not Disgaea, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT.
Dissidia? The fighting game.
So yeah, so like spin-offs for even the spin-offs do relatively good. Like people really enjoy those.
There's a music game that a lot of people like, where it's like It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's DDR-y, but you do press the buttons when the notes come up. But it plays music from throughout the series, and a lot of people actually like that. It's a really, I would say maybe lesser known spinoff, but people there's a market for it, or else they wouldn't make it.
Why did you say DDR? And I got so excited. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna hit them buttons, baby.
Let me tell you, if you're a Final Fantasy fan and you love Final Fantasy music, that's the game for you right there. That's the game for you.
Interesting. So yeah, definitely a market for this. I know a lot of people like the Souls-likes, a lot of people have Final Fantasy. So I don't know. It'll be cool to see when it comes out how the actual implementation and of the game actually works out. Like how quality wise, is it any good? Is it the play?
Yep.
Like, is the difficulty there, or is it going to be too easy? Because they do say, like, that is the comment that they make, is it's going to be more accessible than Neo, which Neo is pretty hard. So that doesn't necessarily
I was gonna say
that doesn't mean much. But like, you also don't want to be careful. Like, if it's going to be a Souls-like, don't swing back too far the other way, kind of thing. So yeah, apparently they're talking about there being an alpha demo for it, like a playable demo this summer. Because it is the same developers as Neo and Neo 2, and both of them had alphas prior to release where people could sign up and play the game ahead of time. So Adrian, you might be able to try it out this summer. Might be coming soon.
Okay. I'm keeping my peepers on it.
Keep them open. And then this last news story here. We can do this one just real quick. There's not much to talk about it, but apparently Netflix confirms it's doing more gaming style interactive entertainment. Netflix has only dabbled in the gaming space over the years, but the streaming giant is reportedly ready to expand those efforts. In addition to telling GameSpot that it's excited to do more with interactive entertainment, a report suggests it's looking to recruit members of the games industry to help the initiative. According to the information, Netflix has begun recruiting for an executive to lead future video game initiatives. The company has sought out senior figures in the games industry and discussed creating a similar service to Apple Arcade. A subsequent report from Axios also cites a source who indicated that Netflix plan is a smaller Apple Arcade that would be offered to subscribers. But it has also decided that, like its video service, the potential video game service will not have ads. So an ad-free Apple Arcade, which Apple Arcade's ad-free, right? I don't know why. That's kind of a weird thing to differentiate there.
Well, because a lot of when they say ad-free, they're like no microtransactions, no pop-ups for like watch this video and then you get whatever, and there's no gems that you have to unlock or anything like that. It's just a fully contained. Every game is a fully contained game into itself. You can play it from start to finish.
I see. That makes sense.
Okay. So I'd like to say to Netflix right now, if anybody from Netflix is watching, because I know that there's probably people from the huge Super Gamer Boys fans. Stay in your dang lane. Stay in your lane. Like, dude, stay away from games. Like, that's not your thing. Like, you don't have to touch everything. You're gonna make cereal next, Netflix? Is that your thing? You're gonna make some form of Lucky Charms? Wait, will it be Final Fantasy style Lucky Charms? Because that might work. Stay in your lane, dude. Do what you guys are doing with videos and making movies and TV shows.
Wait.
Stop canceling.
Stop. If there's a Final Fantasy Lucky Charms, will they have materia mellows? Like the materia marshmallows. They gotta have materia marshmallows in there.
You're a genius. I want you to know that. I want you to know that right now.
Yes, different colored
I'm
marshmallows.
cleaning out Target if that ever happens.
That would be fantastic. Sign me up.
And also, Netflix, stop canceling all the really good shows you guys cancel because you guys are tight. You don't want to do more than a third season. Just saying.
No, I'm gonna piggyback off of you, JJ. I'm speaking. Okay, Netflix. One more thing. I know you're looking for an executive. Trust me, as somebody who's been burned by companies who have no business in gaming, going into gaming, do not hire Phil Harrison. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that because we don't know who we might work with in the future. So I'm just going to say, as someone who's been burned, don't hire Phil Harrison.
There's one guy who's ripping a page in half of his resume right now as we speak.
Yeah, right. Just like, whew, that was a close one.
Not calling that guy.
Oh man. No, yeah, so they do go on to talk about how they had their interactive shows like Bandersnatch and You versus Wild, and they also kind
And
of apparent
Minecraft Dungeons at one
Those are
point.
yeah,
fine. Those are fun little things to do,
yeah.
every so often. But I don't think they need an entire gaming department. Just keep doing little interactive
Yeah.
experiences like this.
100%. Yeah, I think this is kind of absurd. Like the gaming space, it's pretty full. Like just with
And it
like
takes a lot more money than people think
the
to
fact
Google
that
establish
Stadia.
yourself. Yeah. Oh,
Google
well,
Stadia.
okay. Well, never mind. I was gonna not mention them, but here we are.
yeah.
Um,
No, yeah. If
no, but
Google can't do it, why does
right.
Netflix think they can do it?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of bizarre, but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely have to just keep our eyes open for any new news, see what they do. Because at this point, they're heading towards it. That's the thing. Like they've confirmed, yep, we're heading that way. So it's only a matter of time before hires start happening and we get that crazy trailer that overpromises and underdelivers, you know? It's only a matter of time.
Yep.
Oh man. But cool. Well, that's it for the nerdy nudes. But now it is time for the Super Indie Boys. Brought to you
Hey.
by the one, the only, Adrian the Homeboy Holmes.
Woo!
He will not be doing it live though. It is pre-recorded, but we're going to be playing that here in a second. So go ahead and sit back, relax, watch this, and we'll be back right after with our ads. So enjoy.
Wait a minute. Super Gamer Fam, is that you? I'll be doggone. It's been a long time. How y'all been? All right. Well, since you back and we back, let's go ahead and get back into it. You know what time it is. Super Indie Boy, baby. Let's do this. I got 3 hot picks for you. I don't want to waste no time as usual. Let's get into it. Welcome to Cozy Grove. You are a spirit scout exploring the many acres of what looks to be a quaint island, but upon closer inspection, is actually haunted by the spirits of its former residents that take the form of, I'm not kidding, bears. With the game itself working in real time, your duty as a scout is to help soothe the spirits by performing tasks or quests that they ask of you. However, no 2 residents are the same, and neither are their tasks. You'll need to acquire lots of different resources and items to build out the island and help all the residents to the best of your ability to earn those spirit badges. Get out there. Fast pace? Nah, that's too slow to describe Boomerang. You and up to 3 other people, only armed with your wits, wills, and a boomerang to your name, are fated to duke it out atop spire-like structures until there's only one victor left. Employ any strategies you can think of. Bouncing off walls, curving your throws just right, whatever you need to come out on top. Think you got what it takes? Then I'll see you out there. Be ready. Paging all my Celeste level difficulty lovers, have I got a game for you. Goner is a procedurally generated, Twitch-based platformer that's equal parts beautiful and stressful with an amazing soundtrack. Be warned, this game can get tough, but don't fret, it's supposed to be that way. So don't give up, and try to keep your head on straight out there. And there you have it. Those were some good picks, huh? Your boy ain't lost a step. I'll see y'all next week with the next round. Until then, take care. Peace.
We talked about it at the top of the show, but if you missed it then, remember you can support us over at patreon.com/supergamerboys. That's right. You can support us over there for starting at just $1 a month and get our episodes early and ad-free. So if you're not watching here live right now, even if you are and you want to listen to it after this, as soon as we're done, I edit it as fast as I possibly can, get it up there on podcast feeds. It goes out to all our Patreon supporters. Like I said, before everyone else, and no ads, so you don't have to listen to this part. You will never hear this part. So watching live, it's a detriment to you, actually. No, I take that back. Definitely, it's fun having you guys in the chat. But support us over there. You also get our bonus episodes, early access, or I guess exclusive access to Super Gamer Book Club, which is Adrian's new baby. Zetch, after Zetch's unfortunate demise, Adrian took up the mantle, adopted the little guy, little super gamer baby, and raised it.
Y'all
into
listen,
what it
listen. This is a big project for me. I got a lot of people lined up. Okay. I asked a lot of folks some are quite bigger than us, but they were willing to help out. So it would mean a lot to me. Look, it's only $1. If it's really that whack, I'll Venmo you the dollar back. But trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Okay. Yep. It's only $1. Trust me, I got people lined up to the end of the year and we're playing some bangers. Okay. I want to see y'all in there.
100%. Jumping on that. So that's patreon.com/supergamerboys. Remember, join us over there. Like I said, we have different tiers. We have the $1 a month, you get basic stuff. $5, you get the show notes early, which, oops, I forgot to set them out for this episode, but won't forget from here on out. So over the weekend, you'll get the show notes, so you actually know what the show is going to be about. You can interact with them, leave comments, concerns, questions about the news stories we're going to be talking about. We might even interject them into the show. And then we have the $10 tier, sponsor tier. That's when you get to start getting shout outs on the show. And heck, we got our Patreon producer tier. Adrian used to be a Patreon producer. Now look at him. Now he's one of us. So
someone come take my spot. It's getting cold over there.
It's chilly. It's chilly over there in Patreon land. So someone needs to warm the seat, the producer seat over there. And you get to pitch your own little show segments. So Adrian, for a while, the warmness of his heart to support us without even doing segments. I don't know. You were great. You just supported us. And then you came up with Super Indie Boys. We're like, oh man, we got to snag this dude. This guy is so legit. So,
and FYI, the producer seat actually it's Garrett's lap. So you get to sit in Garrett's lap. That's how that works.
Yep. You get to watch him edit till 2 a.m.
You get to sit on my lap and watch me edit till 2 a.m. Fun stuff. And remember, also other ways you can support us. You can subscribe on Twitch. We are affiliate, is that the word? I don't know. You can subscribe to our channel here. If you're watching live, or if you're not watching live, you can remember twitch.tv/thesupergamerboys. Go over there. Following is free, and then subscribing, it's $5. Or get this, I was going through our channel stats. We have 0 Prime subscriptions. Let me tell all of you watching right now and listening in the future, a Prime subscription is completely free to you. It doesn't cost you anything. We give part of a $5 bill. You don't get the whole thing. Amazon takes their share. But if you have Amazon Prime, if you pay for their Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, all the video stuff, craziness, and you link it to your Twitch, because Twitch is owned by Amazon, because Amazon owns the world, you get a free subscription every single month to give to anyone you want. Now, you have to remember to keep re-upping it every month. It's not automatic like the normal paid subscription. But you could be giving us $5 and it doesn't cost you anything. So there you have it. There's a little piece of advice from Uncle Garrett. Go over to twitch.tv/thesupergamerboys. Throw us the free sub. It's free to you and it helps us support the show, or helps support the show here. Whether it's buying equipment or shipping equipment or buying games, movie tickets, whatever it might be down the road. So
you're definitely going to want to do it this next week, especially with all the E3 coverage we're about to have.
We're going to be
you want to stay tuned. Trust me.
And also, if you call him Uncle Garrett, he will let you sit on his lap as well. So you don't actually have to be a Patreon producer. You just have to call him Uncle Garrett.
Win-win. So yeah, that is it for the ad portion. Thank you guys so much for all the support you already give. But let's get on to the fun part of the show. Alrighty, guys. So it's that time of the show where we talk about what you're playing. So, as your first time as co-host, the official Super Gamer Boys co-host, Adrian, please share with us what you've been playing.
So, I, in preparation for the upcoming book club episode, have been playing through. First, I've been playing through Undertale. This is probably, oh god, my, I don't know, 5th time playing through it. So, but I like to space it out along, in between, so I forget some stuff. But it's just as phenomenal as ever. It's basically become comfort food at this point, which is fine with me. I also just finished playing Resident Evil 8, which was phenomenal. It was so good. It was so good, start to finish. I played that all the way through on my personal Twitch channel. That was a blast. I was terrified, but we got through it at the same. What's up?
Which all of you guys need to go follow twitch.tv/homeboy right now.
Oh, stop.
Give him a follow. I'm gonna shout out in the chat right now. And if you're watching this later, go twitch.tv/homeboy, HOLMBOI. Is that correct? Yeah, go give him a follow right now. Because Adrian, he's started his own channel because he's way cooler than us, than Super Gamer Boys here, and he's killing over there. He has like, he just has. That's what I love watching. You have so much fun yourself, and it's just contagious. Like, it's so much fun to watch you and so chill. So I just had to shout that out. I'm sorry. I know I interrupted you, but people have to go follow you. If they don't know about it, they gotta go follow you because you're great to watch. I love it. So
I know. Go ahead. I get bashful. That's all it is. So but I appreciate your love. I appreciate the support, of course. But yeah, I played RE8 over there, start to finish. It was phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm praying that they're gonna do DLC, but who knows? I mean, they did a little bit for 7, so they could do it for 8. So let's just fingers crossed. Maybe we'll hear something. Maybe we'll hear inklings of something this year. Who knows? And then finally, my other comfort food game, near and dear to my heart, because I recently watched the Dragon Quest. I guess you can call it like a direct, like an event.
Yeah.
And they were talking about all of the different Dragon Quest projects that are coming out. And they mentioned that Dragon Quest 12 is actually going to be, they just revealed it, that it's a real, they're working on it, and it's man, I am through the roof about that game, baby. So I'm like, oh, I need to do something with Dragon Quest. What can I do? So I always keep a copy of 8, which is my personal favorite Dragon Quest. I'm not saying that it's the best, because there are a lot of phenomenal Dragon Quest games, but my personal favorite is 8. So I've pulled out my old 3DS, charged it up, and I've been going through some Dragon Quest 8. Dude. Just, still good. Still great.
Dragon Quest is one of
that's
those,
what I've been playing.
Yeah, Dragon Quest is one of those franchises I've never touched, because I just feel like, they're up to like what, 12, 13 of them now. Like, it's just so intimidating. Yeah. It's similar to Final Fantasy. Like, I didn't touch it for a long time because this seems way too intimidating to jump in now. And I know Final Fantasy doesn't build off of each other necessarily, but
Dragon Quest doesn't either.
Is this when you get numbers that big, it gets scary. I'm not good at math, so big numbers scare me. And so yeah, it's is there one I should like? What would be the one you would say, oh, if you're gonna play Dragon Quest for the first time, play this one? What would it be?
11.
Is that's the one that came out like on everything recently, like Switch and all this stuff? Okay.
Yeah. If you are a first timer to Dragon Quest, I've never played anything, but it seems kind of interesting, I would say play 11.
Okay.
11 is obviously, as of this point, it's the best looking. It's got a huge expansive cast. It's got a ton of stuff for people to do, and it's really well done. I think even on the new how do you say, like, expanded version, they even have a mode where you can play it in 16-bit, where you can play the game from start to finish.
That's really cool.
In 16 bits. Yeah. So that was really rad to hear about. But I would say if you're a first timer and you're looking for a Dragon Quest to get into, I think 11 would be your best bet. Now, if you're looking for, if you're old like me and you don't mind going back and stuff looking a little rougher, then I would say probably 8. And then you can expand out into some of the other ones, you know, your 9s, your 6s, your 7s, your 5s. But let me stop because I'm getting in the weeds. I'm getting in the weeds. I can go all night.
Okay.
But if you're brand new, I would say 11.
Okay. So I have M to the Itch on the chat saying Dragon Quest V is one of his fave games ever. What are your thoughts on 5?
Yeah, 5 is excellent. There's a lot of excellent ones. It's just 8 happens to be my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Cool. JJ, what have you been playing?
So I've actually got to play a whole lot more video games in the last month than I have last year. Yeah, legitimately. I'm not having to work the way that I was before. When I was living in California, I think I was trying to kill myself overworking, working until late at night, being the guy who answers the phone and dealing with customers and coworkers and, the boss sometimes. I don't have to do that anymore. I get off work at 5 o'clock and I go home. And I spend time with the kids, and it's been amazing. So we've been playing a lot of Switch and playing a whole lot of Mario Maker 2. And that is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast with Mario Maker 2 with my son. He's gotten really good at making some levels. And it's neat to watch them change a little bit. At first it's like, okay, they're super simple and easy. And then pretty soon he's making stuff that's like really difficult that I can't beat. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I think
you're my limit.
Yeah, I don't want to play anymore. I'm done playing, man. Yeah. This game is stupid.
It's getting boring.
Like I know when to call it. I quit, before it gets way too difficult. I'm calling it quits. I'm like, I'm retired. I don't like Switch anymore. I don't want to play that anymore. So, and then also I picked up a copy of PS5's Resident Evil 8 Village. And so,
yes, sir.
Okay, so let me tell you about Village on the PS5.
Do tell.
This is the first time in a while, I want to say since Red Dead Redemption 2, where I cannot stop playing the game, where I am staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning and realizing, oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to get up in the morning. So I have to stop. But let me just go a little bit further. So I busted through this game and I just completed it yesterday. I finished the game. Yeah, that's right, Garrett. I finish games. That's what I do.
Okay.
I even get to see the end credits and everything. It was amazing. But
another one on the board, please.
Yeah. So here's the thing about that game. I've played almost all of the Resident Evil games. I did not play 4, 5, and 6. And I've tried a little bit. I know 4 is supposed to be great. Tried to go into playing it now, and I can't.
How dare you? How dare you?
Dude, I just can't do it. But of all the games, 1, 2, and 3, then the remakes of 2 and 3, and of course 7, Biohazard. Love it. 8 smacks all of them. Village, this one. The story. The story is incredible. The gameplay, the graphics, everything about this game. It's unreal. You have to play it if you haven't already. And Adrian, I know you have. But this is the Resident Evil game that you have to play if you haven't played any at all.
I don't know if them is fighting words or a bold claim you just said right there. Smacks 4 around. Wow.
Man.
Well, again, never played 4 other than a little bit, and I can't get over the crappy controls.
You had to be there, I think. At this point in the game, because of how modern stuff is, I think you had to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, the best Resident Evil. I will piggyback off that. I've been playing it as well. I even streamed quite a bit of it, and I am loving it to death. The best one, I guess that's yet to be seen. I guess maybe when I finish it, I'll know a little better, obviously. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, because I think I'm like pretty much finishing up the third Lord or whatever they call them. Heading over to the factory soon. And so Yeah, dude. Holy crap, that game. It's so terrifying. Like I think I talked about it in the Discord. I don't know if I posted on social media, but the second Lord there in the dollhouse
God, every
is
time we talk about it, it's
is the scariest moment I've ever had in gaming. And like I said, I talked about this a little bit on the Discord. So if you want to join us over there, it's supergamerboys.com/Discord. Join us over there. We chit chat all throughout the week. It's a lot of fun. But I posted a little clip of me playing it for everyone who missed it, and then was like, this game scared me to death. Like games will like surprise me, like the jump scares will get you like and like that's it. Or like a little like I might feel like tense a little bit, like like, oh man, what's gonna happen? Like a little uncertain. This part of the game, straight up terror. Like I my arms were like tense, my legs were tense, my butthole was clenched. I was just watching the clip back. I'm like, I sound like a moron. Like I was like, no, 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 no. Like I was just like
dude,
stuttering over myself. Like I was like
I'm
losing
right
my
there with
mind
you.
trying to get through, trying to get through this stupid dollhouse section with a stupid like crazy fetus monster chasing you down. It's like, what is this garbage? Who comes up with this stuff? Why? Like I don't know. It scared me so bad. And I was just like, I don't get scared by games. That game scared me. Or that part of the game at least like terrified me. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this game
Been through it
anymore.
once, not doing it again. Not
Uh,
doing it again.
Man, so yeah, holy cow. Yeah, play Resident Evil Village. It's bonkers. It's so crazy. Um, but yeah, and then what else have I've been playing? Undertale, obviously, like we mentioned, we're gonna be doing that on Super Gamer Book Club. So I've been playing through that, and I thought I knew a lot about it because I hear everyone talking about how amazing it is and blah blah blah. And I heard of this character named Sans and all this stuff. And then playing the game, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, I had no idea what the game was. I thought I knew it, and I'm playing it. I'm like, this is not at all what I expected, and I'm so happy I'm having this experience. And I'm really looking forward to the book club there with you and Steph, Adrian, because it's going to be a blast. Is it Steph's first time playing it through as well, or she played it before?
She started playing it, and then I don't know why, for some reason she dropped it. So
Okay.
I think she's only maybe played about, I want to say maybe between a third and halfway. So
Interesting. Okay.
I
So
think this will technically be mostly her first time too.
okay.
She's actually been playing it on her stream too.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting then having the book club with a couple people. Like I'm completely fresh. It'll be the first time she's beat it all the way through, and then like the veteran, like you in there probably beat it like 10 times or something. Uh or am I close? There's a more, less.
It's up there.
Okay.
It's not like I have a 5th anniversary T-shirt or a collector's edition within Eyes View or nothing like that.
Yeah. It's so good. But yeah, if you want to hear more about us, obviously Undertale, like pay the buck and watch that episode, because so far this game
That's
is
the buck, man.
it's one of those things where when you originally said, oh, we're doing Undertale, I'm like, oh, okay, like how much could we actually talk about it? Now I'm playing, I'm like, what is there not to talk about? Like, what is this? What is this
You
game?
get it.
I'm so confused. I'm so lost. It's funny. It's crazy. I don't know. It's every emotion like all the time. Just like, okay, here we go. This is a game. And it's great. But and then the last thing I want to mention real quick that I played, this really cool game. It's free on Steam called We Were Here. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. There's sequels. I think the sequels cost money. They're like 15, 20 bucks on Steam. There's like 2 or 3 of them. But the first one is completely free on Steam on PC. And it's a co-op game. Co-op essentially like an escape room game, kind of. So I mean, the setting is you're like these explorers in the Arctic, and you get attacked by this something. Like, I think you don't really see, you just see like a shadow, like it looks like it was a big creature thing. You get taken to this castle, locked in different parts of this castle, and one person's in the library, the other person is essentially in a maze with all these puzzles, and you can only talk through walkie talkies. And me and my brother played this together, And so he's going through this maze and comes up on these puzzles, and he's like, okay, this is what I see. What do you got? And I'm running around this library, like looking at books and like looking behind picture frames and like all like I have all the answers. He has the puzzle, I have the answers, and it's trying to discuss back and forth and explain like what he's seeing, and then me try to explain the solution back to him. Oh my gosh. For a free experience, I think we beat it in 45 minutes maybe. If that. Like I would the game crashed a couple times. So maybe it could have been shorter, but yeah, it was like 45 minutes to an hour, and we had such a blast. Like that game was so much fun, and it's the rare like co-op game too, and it's not like a combat co-op game. It's 100%
Mhm.
puzzles. Like you're not fighting anything. You don't have to worry about a monster chasing you, or like crazy like dollhouse, haunted dollhouse kind of thing. Although that's the thing, like there's one part towards the end that totally caught me off guard. There is a spooky part. I'm like, the whole game is like
Oh boy.
the whole game is very chill, like all these puzzles, and it's like, oh no, what the heck is happening? Um, but immediately when we're done, I wish listed both of the other games, and I'm like 100% like we got to play these again. Like my brother and I, maybe on stream sometime we'll play one, but we had such a blast. I highly, highly, highly recommend those. If you have Steam, if you have a PC, I guess, play. It's called We Were Here.
Now,
And then
Garrett,
yes,
who did you say published this game?
who published it? I don't think I said. I can look it up for you though if you'd like. We Were Here was published and developed by TMG Studios BV. No idea.
Never heard of them, huh?
No. Total
So you're
Mayhem
saying they're not
Games.
associated with anybody, huh? So you're saying that they are
And
independent, eh?
Yeah, yes. Yes, that is exactly
Huh.
what they would be.
Indie games win again,
Indie
baby.
games win again. So yeah, go check it out. They make killer stuff. Like I said, the first one's free, and then I'm 100% in. Like I'm definitely buying the other two or three because it's so much fun. So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been playing. Oh man, thank you guys so much for listening. It's been a blast to be back here with you guys, seeing your guys' faces, being able to chit chat and just have fun together and talk video games again. 2 months, it was too long, but it's
way
also
too
I
long.
missed it.
it was necessary because I don't think I would have been able to start any sooner with how crazy life's been, but also never want to do it again. Let's just keep this going forever till we die.
Yep.
All right, I'm in.
All right, cool. Sounds
I'm
good.
in.
Remember, you can support us if you want our show to continue on and get bigger and better. Patreon.com/SuperGamerBoys. Remember, just $1 a month. You get episode's early and ad-free. You get Adrian's Super Gamer Book Club. And higher tiers, you get those other perks, show notes early, shout outs on the show. You get to pitch us segments. You could be the next Adrian Homeboy Holmes. Remember, you can buy merch over at sgbstore.com. That's right. We got mugs, we got t-shirts, we got stickers, whatever you're looking for. You can go over there, check those out. With Adrian coming on, we kind of talked about a little bit, maybe trying some new merch, trying some new designs, maybe do some limited run stuff. That's probably down the road at this point. We're just getting fired up. We're just getting the ball rolling here. But
We got pins and things. There's a
yeah.
board you guys can't see.
Yeah.
But trust me, and it's not Kajoma's board, it's a different board.
It's another
But we
board.
got pins.
It's
We
on the
got
back
pins
side
and
of his
things.
board.
Yeah. We got pins and things. Just, be on the lookout.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, apparently Adrian has a graphic design degree or something like that. I don't know. So
Yeah, some experience in the field.
He's actually good at that. So maybe someone besides me just winging it can get in there and do something that actually looks good. Remember, you can rate and review us over on your podcast service of choice. Apple Podcasts is extremely helpful if you can do that. If not, I don't know how other podcast apps work, but if there's a thumbs up button, if there's a like, if there's 5 stars, go ahead and throw that over there. That helps tremendously. On YouTube, thumbs up this video, like the video, subscribe to our channel. Again, all of that helps tremendously. Leave a comment too. Any traffic, all traffic, any likes, it all helps. So, and we would very much appreciate it. We want to make this thing big. We want to keep making cool stuff for you guys. During the week, you can find Super Gamer Boys at supergamerboys.com. If you're looking at, looking for our different channels, all the links are there. You can find it. Twitter and Instagram at SuperGamerBoys and Facebook.com/SuperGamerBoys. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at GMorlang. JJ's over there at JJPerdum. And Adrian is over at Homeboy, HOLMBOI. Twitter and Instagram, correct?
Twitch.
And Twitch. Remember that. Twitch.tv/homeboy. Go give him a follow. Throw him a sub. So you can give us your real money and then give Adrian the free money, or vice versa. Give us the free money, give him the real money. That way you're
or just come out and hang out. You don't have to give me no money. Just come hang with your boy. That's all I'm asking for.
Trust me. Within 5-10 minutes of watching him, you're gonna be like, oh, I gotta give this boy cash. Like he's good. It's the entertainment is so rich in just 5 minutes of content. It's worth $5. Let me tell you. But no, thank you guys so much again for watching. That's all I have. I forget. I don't do the outro. I gotta stop. That's it.
He never knows how to do it. So it's good to be back. It's been a couple of months, and we're back, baby. And you just recently saw us a little bit more digital content from us. We've done a couple of things recently. We've done some videos. Go ahead and comment on those things, guys. Share with us if you'd like to see more of that type of stuff. We've done like
skits and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, we can potentially be doing some skits here or there, doing some more videos like the ones we've done in the We're Back video. Of course, the big teaser that was Adrian coming onto the show and becoming a full-fledged gamer boy. It felt like some really good response to those videos, and we'd like to do some more stuff like that. So just let us know online at Super Gamer Boys on Twitter and Instagram if that's something you guys would like to see more of. Or reach out to us personally. All of it is done by Adrian. He's the one who comes in with all of this stuff, and we are just monkeys who just follow and play to the music that he has written for us. So everybody.
Okay, Adrian, you can't shake your head. Like that script for your reveal video is like 100% you. Like you're killer, dude. So that's all.
Look, man, I'm here. I'm happy to be here. That's it. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
Oh. But before we do go, there is one thing I gotta say. I gotta, JJ, I gotta congratulate your internet. You made it all the way through. You didn't freeze up. You didn't glitch not one time. Congratulations. Right? Congratulations.
For having moved to the sticks and living in Nebraska now, you'd have thought that this stuff would have been out the whole time. Right, I've been frozen and whatnot. No, it's been really, really surprisingly good.
We had money on how many times it was going to freeze, and we all lost money.
Yeah, next week, you never know. There could be a tornado coming through. So we'll see. We'll have to see. So once again, thank you guys so very much for joining us here for Garrett Morlang, for Adrian Homeboy Holmes, and myself, JJ Purdom. We are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we will catch you. Flippity flop.